Hey, it's Adrian from Groundhogg. I've already shown you how we're adding new logic steps to Groundhogg to use in your flows. That's right, we're renaming funnels to flows for Groundhogg 4.0. More on that later. And these are really, really cool, and they're going to allow you to do so much cool stuff. But today, what I wanted to actually focus on is some of the feature improvements, the quality of life improvements that we're adding to the flow editor in Groundhogg 4.0. Starting with the fact that you can now click in place to add steps to a flow. So just click on a plus icon and then click on a step to add it to the flow. And that's just going to make editing and adding steps to the flow so much easier and so much faster. And you no longer have to mess with dragging and dropping. And you can also move steps by clicking. So you can click on a step and then click Control M to start move mode. And you can see how the little plus icons become highlighted. And then I can click anywhere in the flow to immediately move that step there. You'll also notice that in the header, we have undo and redo. So we can also undo that change, and now the flow is going to revert back to the previous state, and you can see the step moved back. So to show you that again, I click Control M. I can now move it. Let's say I want to move it to the end of the flow. We can do that, and now it's moved there. I can click undo, and then it moves right back. And so that's a really, really, really great improvement for speed of editing, especially when you have large flows and then there's lots of steps everywhere. You can just click and click and no more having to mess around with like hitboxes and dragging. So I really, really like this improvement. The second major improvement that I'm going to demonstrate using our yes and no action is copy and pasting. So you can click on a step and then do Control or Command C, and you can see there's a little tooltip that says step copied. And I can go to any plus action and I can see, here's the plus, and Control V. And that gets added to the flow in place. And this works for nested as well. So if I add some nested steps here, I could add a yes no within the yes no, and then I could add a apply tag step. I can go ahead and copy that root node here, go here, Control V, and that whole thing gets duplicated in place. What's more is I can copy the node. I can go to a completely different flow and then paste that node there. And so lots of really cool options that are going to be available to you in the new flow editor to make creating flows so much easier and to improve your quality of life. Hope you enjoy. Get excited for Groundhogg 4.0 coming out on March 31st.